being in the stream. Give us a go Pels in the chat for the fam, because we up in this thing talking Pelicans on a Tuesday. Is it a Tuesday night? Is it a Tuesday night, Lex? It is a Tuesday night. I've been a busy man, so sometimes I get a little lost sometimes. But big ups to y'all. We got me, Big Q, and DC popping in later on. But Lex is in here right now to talk some Pels. Y'all put in the comment section how y'all feel about the Pels, as we're going to go Pels in Australia. To recap, man, they took care of business. A couple of Australian teams. It was competitive, but the Pelicans smacked down, and they kind of took care of business in Australia, Lex. So it was a good time for all. Zion looked pretty slither out there doing this thing. The team had some camaraderie. A long layoff between Australia and getting to the Houston game, which is coming up on the 14th. So that's a long-ass layoff to happen. But, man, nonetheless, very proud of how the Pelicans took care of business, and we'll talk about that and then some in this episode. So, Lex, welcome in. Good to see you being in the building as usual. Much love to Lex as we get going. So, Lex, let's kind of get right into some of the stuff about the Pelicans in Australia. What did you see from the Pelicans in Australia that you look? We've seen Zion look pretty slender. He's in shape, moving around pretty good. We've seen Jordan Poole. He made mention it's going to be a NOLA pool party. That's pretty cool. Trey Murphy, windmill dunking on people, slamming it down, finishing strong. Yves Missi looking like all defensive player. So what did you see that you like from this Australia trip?
Well, I think for one, it's confirmed that Zion and Trey, they still have that natural chemistry. And that's really good to see. The first play of that first game, it was them two. They had a 2-man game. They had quite a few of them, but that was nice to see that they started the game off like that. But that's something that we already knew. we just want to see more of it. I think there's going to be some good chemistry between him and Poole as well. One name you did not mention, Sadiq.
Yes, indeed.
That dude right there, he was a solid pickup, because if he's shooting the three like that. And one thing, he works very well right next to Zion. He does. And really, it's really something, because I'm looking at that, because as I was looking at him playing, I was like, oh, shoot. Is he trying to steal somebody's spot? You know what I'm saying? Because he looked good. He looked good. I liked his activity. You could really see his versatility on the floor. But if he's knocking down that three like that, man, he may need to start. And I know, as much as we like Herb, because we've talked about Herb knocking down that three at times.
Right.
Sadiq Bey, right off the bat, he spreads the floor. And one thing that Herb does is he slashes very well. So both of them bring some strong attributes to the game, because we do need movement, obviously. But if he's, like I said, if he's a threat like that, I don't know if Herb has that respect behind the 3-point line, because even when he was hitting it, that was like a season ago?
A couple of years ago, he was really developing it. Yeah.
Yeah, because even when he was hitting it, they still played off of him. So it'll be interesting to see how teams do with him this year and see how he's shooting. But Sadiq Bey was knocking that shot down. And we all know that Zion needs, what does he need, people? What does he
Space.
Need? Spacing. You know what I'm saying?
It's space.
To open up that lane. So that really did pop out right there. As far as Micah Peavy and Jeremiah Fears, I saw some positive things with them. Those dudes are going to be all right. They're definitely going to be all right. Fears, that dude is really aggressive on making changes and getting results quickly. In that second game, he got to start, replacing Trey Murphy in the lineup. It was nice to see. He looked comfortable. He looked very comfortable. And I just feel like his learning curve is on point. He wants to get immediate results. If he has a game where it was okay, all right, next game we're making changes. We're not waiting 10 games to make changes. So I like seeing that from him. He looks like, again, a great spacer. Like he'll be able to space the floor as well because he was knocking down the three. I really saw that in the second game. I'm sorry, I forgot the dude's name. I'm thinking about. I'm trying to make sure I get all the players who really stuck out. Yeah, Misi. Misi had some really good blocks. I still want to see more from him. I really want to see more from Misi. Just making sure that he's finishing around the basket. I know he had a good game. And one thing I do want to say overall, just looking at these games, it's kind of hard to tell with these games in Australia because they're not NBA teams. The Pelicans were supposed to beat these guys. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm really interested to see how the Pelicans look against better competition. Like I said, there were a lot of positives, but at the same time, y'all supposed to beat this team. Y'all supposed to beat them. The NBL is not where the NBA is. And so I think that'll tell me more when they go up against a more advanced team or an NBA team, which is kind of like the same thing. But yeah, the second game was way better than the first game. I think they had better chemistry. They got up and down the floor. So in that second game, they were just in more of a rhythm. They got out in transition and really good passes. But again, I can't judge the team off these games right here. Just being realistic. I need to see more of a challenge to really determine how good are the Pelicans. Like how good were the sets that were being ran. They looked good against Australia though, both teams. Yeah, you get some better competition than what?
Yeah, that's a point, man, and they'll get an opportunity on the 14th of this month when they take on Houston. So we'll get right back to business against a team that we've had recent struggles against, and then we close out the preseason against Orlando, a team we've had a lot of struggles against the last couple of years. So that'll be cool getting preseason wins against both of those guys. So we'll learn very fast.
We may need to look at the Orlando game because the 14th is a long ways off.
Well, that's after. The 14th is the Rockets first, then Orlando's later.
The Rockets may not tell the truth.
So you mean they'll be rusty for the Rockets?
Yes, they will be rusty.
Yes, you might have a point on that.
Yeah, so because this is a long gap, a long stretch where they're not playing, so that is a concern. Yeah, we may have to look at that Orlando game instead of the Houston game.
Right. DC, are you how you doing, brother? Are you in the building?
Yeah. I mean, you think the icon just up there for nothing?
Well, DC, sometimes, bro, we can't hear that well from way out there, bro. So
well,
issues do exist.
The West Bank of New Orleans.
I know, way out further, a lot further out, brother. Further.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, sure. Okay, so but DC, thoughts on what you heard? You heard Lex drop some good game. What guys in particular?
Yeah, Lex definitely gave a coach's take. I agree with Lex. You know what I'm saying? But just being in the
listen to the rest of the question before you jump in there. You kind of got the gist of it.
You give long, non-open-ended questions, so I figured I'd get right to it. You're going to give me a question and an answer at the same time.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to give you a question. I was just going to finish the question,
go ahead,
brother.
Go ahead. What's your question?
No, you got it. Go ahead, brother. You let's see what you got. Go ahead.
I was encouraged by what I saw. But basically, I mean, where I'm gauging the Pelicans from after that shit I saw last year, I mean, does it really take much to feel better about them after what you saw last year? I was like, oh, they out there. Damn, everybody's healthy for the most part, But I think they did have like a different feel to them. I know the competition isn't the best, although the first team they played, but they didn't look as good as the second team. And in their league, the NBL, that team was on like a 5-game winning streak. Those guys weren't, I guess, scrubs, but I'm pretty sure they're not to the same caliber of NBA competition. I like the synergy from everybody. Everybody kind of seemed not the whole happy shit. They like each other. Not that, but just on the court, they just actually seem like they fit. Jordan Poole, his game complements Zion. We already know Trey does. And Jordan Poole and Trey kind of got a little chemistry going on where I think they think will look good, man. Trey came out there and quickly had 18 points that first game, man. He looked like the best player. That first game watching him. So that was very encouraging. And I was wondering what was going on with Sadiq Bey, and he came in the second game and, he lit it up, man. We all know Q. I mean, we talked about it when they drafted, what was that, the Kyra Lewis draft? It was like, shit,
Right.
Maxey, Sadiq Bey, like he was one of them guys. Like, man, why we ain't draft him instead of
Right.
Kyra? And
Right.
I think we found, what you say, Les?
Who was the GM then?
You know it. The
That's
bald-headed wannabe magician named David Griffin. But he went out, man, and he handled his business. That second game, man, was pretty much the biggest highlight. And I liked and I didn't like what I saw from Fears. That first game, he was pressing too hard. I like that he kind of got back in the groove that second game. It's a little shocked that they started him though, but I think we got some stuff. It's still a work in progress. Obviously, nobody's encouraged about the rebounding. That was probably one of the worst things I'm looking at. Like, man, what's going on with this rebounding? Like, they, letting the team get consecutive offensive rebounds and just seeing them playing tougher competition. I don't think that's going to get easier. Although Yves Missi looked incredible. I really like his comments. Because I remember we watched him in the summer league and he was like, man, I don't know. They going to have to start Kevin Looney. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really liking what I was seeing from him. Although they still starting Kevin Looney, I think it's more so to kind of mentor Eves into that role when he's ready, of seeing where to be, when to be. Kevin Looney is that type of guy. But he was incredible with the opportunities he had. Best defensive rebounder on the team. If he goes down, I don't know what we're going to do rebounding defensively. Although Zion looked like he might kick in another gear, getting 9 rebounds and basically not playing. What, he only played like 20 minutes? Second game. The second unit, still kind of want to know what the real rotation would be there. Obviously, we see what the starter's going to be. I want to see them all play together. Herb, wasn't in that game. I like to see him out there just to see what it looks like. So it's still a question mark, with the team as a whole. But Zion and Trey looked awesome. So if those guys are playing all year, there's no doubt in my mind that the Pelicans wind up in the playoffs some type of way if neither one of them get hurt.
Hey, bro, you hitting on it, man. The Looney question is definitely a thing, man. What I've seen from him, that's what I expected from Kevon Looney. For him to be that kind of guy. And there was an interview that Steve Kerr did recently on the podcast where he talked about Kevon Looney and what he meant to the Golden State Warriors, how his leadership, his hard work and his grit and his intelligence really helped the Golden State Warriors, kept them balanced, and they were able to really do a lot of positive things. So Kerr kind of talked about that, man. And that was some good stuff that he talked about. Like he said, we're going to miss his screening. He mentioned that was something that he talked about. We're going to miss his offensive rebounding. We're going to miss his screening. We're going to miss just how solid he is every day. And the locker room leadership. So he said, Loon might have been the best leader I've ever seen in my life. And yep, so I agree with that. We're going to really miss Loon. That's what was said by Kerr and others about Kevon Looney. That's high praise right there, being a part of the Golden State team, won multiple championships. You kind of overlook his production, but a lot of his stuff was very positive.
I want to add one thing to you saying before we switch gears. Man, they Steve Kerr couldn't have said it better. Because look, we signed Kevon Looney, right? We saw Yves Missi was doing in them damn workouts when we showed that video, and then his comments that I wanted to. Huh?
What was his name?
Yves Missi. Come on, man, he earned it. But his comments when they asked him about expanding his game, Yves say, "I'm gonna focus on the simple stuff. I've been focused on rebounding, boxing out, and just all the small things, man." And to me, that's a direct reaction of the Kevon Looney signing. So I think he's gonna be wonderful for our bigs, and Carlo too. Carlo looked good too, man. Mm-hmm. So I think he's gonna have an impact there, and we're really gonna see it with these guys.
Yeah, I think you're right, D. See, them bigs are going to really benefit from Kevon Looney's leadership, especially Queen once he gets there, man. I love to see him work with Kevon. And Joe Dumas talked about Kevon Looney and Queen and all and some of these bigs, man. But indeed, man, those are really solid signings that the Pelicans have. Kevon Looney, Sadiq Bey, those guys come in here, and his two-way game, how he played his mindset, man, humble dude, blue kind of a lunchbox blue collar guy. Tough on defense, brings an offensive game to him. Remember, he averaged 15 points a contest. Over a year ago, he spent the last year pretty much on the IR. They missed the whole year with the injury, but he's totally 100% healthy, man. And you're right, it's a good problem to have. Like if you have Sadiq Bey and Herb Jones, man. I mean that's pretty good, man. So solid signings nonetheless. Lex, what you think about that?
Which part?
Okay,
Damn, Lex is
both parts.
unimpressed.
Both parts. I mean, that's good stuff. Kayvon Looney and Sadiq Bey. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Both of them are. I mean, you look at Looney. Looney talked about how he felt like there was a lack of trust when he was with the Warriors. So he has plenty of trust from Willie here. There's no.
Oh yeah, Willie going. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
So that's why he's in a great situation.
Right.
And he's a smart player. And then Sadiq Bey, after coming off that ACL, it's nice to see him go out there and space the floor well. I sometimes like for somebody like him, I wasn't really familiar with his game, but after seeing him, I'm like, okay, you definitely have a place with the Pelicans. I mean, just from a chemistry, a natural, just right next to Zion. I mean, just a versatile player. We're definitely Pelicans can definitely use a guy like that. So yeah, and plus he was in that trade with Poole for CJ and Kelly Olynyk. Even though I do like Kelly Olynyk because he looked good right beside Zion.
He did.
He really did in that 4 spot in that big lineup.
Yeah.
Which was nice because that meant the ball was going to be in Zion's hands, which when the ball is in Zion's hands, it's still a great option. We didn't see in the first game, but we saw it in the second game. That was very familiar. I'm pretty sure. I hope it's more consistently as far as being in his hands this time around, though. But anyway, I always said that it wasn't going to be the original trade of Brandon that was going to do it for this team. It was going to be the trade after. So Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk are not here. And from that Brandon trade, you got them. From them, you got Poole and Sadiq Bey. That trade has arrived. And look what we're saying about them.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. Looking at what we got now, obviously we still could have got more or should have got more. But Sadiq Bey, I think he's gonna fit right in, and he makes me like yourself, not so upset about the Amir. I'm about to say Amir Ashik, man, Kelly Olynyk trade.
What's wrong with you, boy?
I had a flashback.
Don't you ever say that name
Pelicans,
around here again? Don't you ever say that name around here again?
I was watching the one of the old Pelicans playoff games, man. He was in the starting lineup. Him and Dante Cunningham. You remember him?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
I was watching the old AD Pels game, man. That playoff game against Golden State. But Amir Ashik was out there, so it stuck in my head. But another guy, just beyond the trade, man. What do y'all think about Micah Peavy? I thought he looked awesome, man. We got a dude he can knock down the 3 ball, and he is a terrific defender. That dude was out there trying to lock up everybody.
He was special, man. A lot of people talk about Peavy, man. There's a lot of reports, people thinking the Pelicans got a steal in Peavy. He's not scared of anybody. He goes to the challenge. Smart guy, tough on the defensive end. We definitely got something with Peavy. Go ahead, Lex. What you think?
Oh yeah, I like Peavy. I like him. Again, he spaces the floor. He's a lockdown defender. He does the small things. So, I mean, really, you're kind of, because I guess what I'm looking at is who's going to be getting the minutes. And I know you have Jose up right now. Jose, if you hurt, I hope you hurt for real, buddy, because you got a lot of competition. You know what I'm saying? As far as fighting for minutes right now. I mean, I know he's an energy guy, but if you have guys like, Peavy coming in, and then Jeremiah Fears, they're gonna want to play him. Jeremiah, he's not trying to waste any time. The dude is he's on a mission. And they say that in practice. Everything that I've heard about Jeremiah, he's not playing.
Say Lexi, he put up a picture. I don't know if that was the Pelicans social media account. That boy was in the gym at like 5:30 in the morning. by himself in the Pels facility. So he
Yeah,
definitely on a mission. You ain't
yeah,
lying about that.
he is. Like Jose, like I said, because Jose gets hurt a lot.
He does, man.
If that keeps happening, it's open season. It's already looking like open season because Jeremiah wants like dog. I mean he said he wants to be rookie of the year. Like he's talking big right now about his goals and things. The dude has things on his mind. And in order to do that, it's like one of y'all chicken heads got to move out the way because I'm trying to do something. And then Jordan Hawkins, he was knocking down his shots. But really, with all four of them, it's kind of up in the air who's going to get the minutes because they're all competing for those minutes, those whatever minutes, however minutes those minutes are.
Yeah, I'm thinking like yeah, it's a good problem to have. I ain't gonna even tell y'all nothing, man. I think you're right about Jose Alvarado. He got hurt in the summer, like he was playing. What was that? Playing for the Puerto Rican squad.
Came out on the stretcher,
and yeah, he fell on his backside or the bone there on his spine there, and he was yelling and like he was in severe pain. And he was, and then the next couple of days or 2 or 3 days later or whatever it was, maybe it was a week or so later, he said he was fine.
Yeah, he said he was good. I'm like, dog, that's too much
But
acting for me.
yeah, but when he gets hurt, boy, it's like, boy, get that boy a award.
Yeah,
Boy, that boy, yeah, get out like, goddamn. And I know Jose ain't a drama queen; he's a physical player. But you're right, he's been getting hurt a lot. Like what recently happened there. He kind of twisted his knee, and there's no update for the. Brian asked for it, and Brian, I was looking. There's no update on him yet, bro. So another couple of days, maybe or so, we should hear something from Jose Alvarado. Man, who knows? But he was on the ground, kind of yelling and doing this thing, and then ultimately they pulled him up.
They were yelling and doing this thing.
Bro, I'm saying, hey, bro, y'all tell me, yeah, come on now. Say, bro, come on now. Y'all know, like, come on, DC. Y'all know, and I know that y'all remember when he fell out in what was for that was the Puerto Rican team he was playing for, wasn't it? The Puerto
He went out on a stretcher, man.
He went out. He went out on a stretcher, and then what was it? A week or so later, he was saying, "I'm fine, I'm good." I'm like, what? Dog, how you go out on a stretcher, then a week or two later, you good? How'd that work?
Look, Jeremiah's like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I think,
but he does get hurt a lot, though.
Dude, you need to make it a little bit more or less convincing that you hurt.
I think he prayed for his job.
Psychology.
Well, he said, remember what we said when we covered it last time, y'all, when he made the comment about y'all got the point guard or some stuff like that. He was kind of
media day.
Yeah, he was kind of in his feelings.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's kind of in his feelings because he felt like he was the guy. Like Jose felt like, listen, I'm not.
You can't be doing that, man. You cannot be doing that. Like that's psychology. You're not sending the message to the team like, hey, y'all can believe in me. Y'all can count on me. That's not sending that message. That's like, oh, shoot, we need to be concerned. Well, what do we need to do, Bob? Well, I don't know, Joe. Look, we got to think about this because he just keeps getting hurt.
Right.
And when he gets hurt, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
boy, it'd be some dramatic hurting going on with Jose, boy. I'm gonna tell you something, boy.
Like, are you having
I don't think he'd be faking.
No, we ain't saying it's faking.
He's just not that. He's not that durable.
It's just so drastic. It's like, I mean, I'm looking at the television and I'm in pain.
I'm in pain watching Jose be in pain. I ain't gonna lie.
My knee.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like you're sending shockwaves through the television to the supporters. Look, Joe's sitting right there. Look, he like this.
And Willie got the raccoon mask on, looking at him, saying, "Man, damn, bro."
Look, the team is like.
No, Willie was making that dumbass face he do when the ref give a bad call.
Yeah,
he was making that face.
Would he hold his palms out like this, like
he squint his eyes, like he squint his eyes like he don't understand what's going on, and then put his hands out to the side and hunch his shoulders up.
Look like he begging for change, bro. I don't know what's going on there. But on there, it is definitely that.
Jose just hyperextended his knee. I think from watching the video, you could see where it kind of got caught up. I don't think he tore anything. I don't think he walked off under his own power. But man, he know it. He feeling that pressure. He on the clock. Jose went out there that first game. And he was playing like he had something to prove, man. He was shooting the lid off the rim. You know, Jose had a
He
solid little
was.
first game. You know,
He was. He
and
really was.
Jeremiah Fizz is, you know, he lighting the candle up under Jose. And
Yeah.
regardless of if he's here or somewhere else, Jose will be a good player in the league. He can't be a starter.
No.
I think he knows that. He got to understand, man. Jeremiah Fizz is 18, bro. Nobody trying to push you out the door.
Nope.
But you not gonna be a starter at point guard on this team. And I don't even think it's because he's not capable. He's just not durable enough. Jose goes on little hot streaks and he gets to playing good and they giving him too many minutes and he get hurt. And he
Yeah.
constantly gets hurt.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's true. And then another aspect of it, Jose is probably like one of the oldest guys on this team. He went from being one of the younger guys to being one of the oldest in a short period of time with them, the way they're doing their roster. He's 27. Everybody else like 26 and under for the most part, other than Kevon Looney and who else I'm missing.
Right.
We probably got somebody else.
Maybe Sadiq. I don't know how old Sadiq
Yeah, maybe
is. But
Sadiq.
Yeah, they all around the same age, and everybody's talked about that.
Jose is a vet, and he probably only played 5 years, right? He's gonna be considered a vet. Usually vets play about 7-8 years, and you considered a vet. But
yeah, I don't think anybody outside of Jose and his family believes he's a starting point guard in the NBA. I mean, realistically speaking, I don't think he's a starter. Not a long-term starter.
A whole lot, though.
We still got holes on this roster, and I would hate to see Jose go, but
will he be here? By
him and DeJounte Murray might be in a trade package for something substantial at the end of the All-Star break, especially depending on how the Pels look. If we look really good, then maybe I could see them holding on to them and trying to make a playoff run. But if we're like meddling around and we need an extra spark, I could see him as being a guy that's moved, especially with the progression of Fairs and just the work ethic that he has. Not saying Jose don't have it, but at 18, a young guy working that hard and wants it that bad, you don't see that every day. And they got to give him as much runway as they can for him to get on the court.
And plus, if you look at how much Fears is getting paid, he's getting paid a whole lot more. And a lot of times,
That too.
that also determines playing time. Like, hey, he's a pick. What, wasn't Jose undrafted? Fears is top 10. Like
7.
Almost, yeah. You have to play. You got him that high. You have to play him.
You got to play.
That's one of the reasons why they probably started him over instead of Jose.
The anti-Kyra.
You know what I'm saying? Like his paycheck, what he getting paid? We paying you, man. And they get paid now for real. So and their rookie contracts too. Yeah, they're gonna play him. They're gonna give Jeremiah opportunities. They've already talked to him like, look, you gotta work, dude. You gotta earn this. Like, we're gonna give you opportunities, but we'll determine if you're gonna get that playing time by how you do. He's, like I said, the dude is on a mission. He was on a mission before he was even like drafted for real. Like even on draft day, the dude was on a mission. In his interviews, I mean, he said that many a times.
Like I watched he had like a little mini series of him like in high school and on his way to Oklahoma. And I was extremely impressed. Like you could tell he has the ability, but he's got a lot of things or some holes where he still needs to figure some stuff out. But to me, what stood out and what I saw in that is his mentality and his work ethic.
Yeah.
He is a guy that's going to work.
Yeah, he's going to improve very quickly because
basketball.
he wants it. Like, he's very aggressive and trying to, like, look, I'm not trying to wait. I'm coming. That's why, Jose, look, I understand if you hurt, or you're injured, whatever. But, dude, try to, it's kind of like if you get an injury, dude, you got to handle it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? You gotta handle that a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to,
What you mean handle it better? Just be less dramatic and yelling with his teeth. Don't show your teeth. Don't grit your teeth. How we do?
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like just rolling over.
So don't grit your teeth. Is that what you're telling them what to do, Lex? How does he? What are you supposed to do?
That's cool,
yelling
man.
like, like you got shot or something. Like, dude, did you get shot? Somebody stabbed you, Jose? No. I just felt something. I felt a cramp. Like what? You felt a cramp? what I'm saying? Like, dog, no, you cannot treat a cramp like a gunshot wound. You can't do that. Look, females don't even do that. And we know a whole lot about cramps. You know?
DC, you gonna let Lex talk about your cousin, bro? Defend him.
Hey man, I can't. What you want me to say to that, man? That's like jumping in front of a train right there, bro.
Yeah, to defend cousin Jose, brother.
I'm over here trying to hold back some laughs, bro. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Like, dude. Hey man, you better handle that cramp a little bit better.
That's really that's the only flaw Jose got, you know what I'm saying? But she right. But that's his flaw. It's the injury thing and how he handle that. Everything else, Jose is what you want.